Bienvenidos a Esperanza Donde la Esperanza vence. Welcome to Esperanza Vence, where hope wins. Hey, congratulations to you and to me, because y'all have officially made me busy enough that I gotta do batch recordings, as they say. Because like once I find like a setup of like where the camera's gotta go and whatnot, and if I'm getting in the zone and I'm feeling like I can ground and tune in to my free will and intuition, then it's time to do readings. And also, there's guys working on the house. As you know, if you've watched these videos before, they're scraping and it's just like super loud over there. There's music going on. There's always kids running around because the neighborhood kids and my niece, her friends, like everybody's, so instead of everybody having the action over there, well, I went over here to their house during the day because my niece is having a play date, my sister's at work, my brother-in-law's at work, and they have this gorgeous pool that I have not even jumped into all summer. And so today's the day. I have some exercise equipment. I'm gonna go in there and get my heart rate up. The temperature in the air is about 85, 90. The temperature in the pool is about 85, 86. So that's good stuff. You got to be grateful for a day like this. Tomorrow it's going to cool off a little bit and maybe rain again. We've been getting a lot of rain in southern Wisconsin. How about you? How's it going where you are? I know that Sharon enjoys her pool. It's been hot over there. I know that our other Sharon is up in Canada. I think it's finally started heating up there. I know Dead Wolf was having a few hot days. Josie was having a few hot days. So yeah, let us know in the comments how things are going for you. Have you been able to take advantage of the sun, make hay while the sun shines, as they say? So today we're pulling our tarot cards for the 15th of July 2026. We just had that full moon in the Cancerian zodiac sign. Click on my playlist. Please check the homepage of my youtube.com and oh, we got our jumper. Queen of Cups. Oh, it's gorgeous. Speaking of Cancerian zodiac, and I'm a Cancer ascendant, and I'm about to go in the water right here, close to my home and with my family. I'm at my family's house. You can't get more Queen of Cups than that, can ya? Queen of Cups is somebody who's really in tune to their water energy, really in tune to their emotions. They're somebody who offers a shoulder for you to cry on. If you need a shoulder to cry on, why don't you hit the links in the description box? We'll hook you up with a KWIK HIT tarot and turn that energy to something that you can work with. All right, I'm not going to say that we're going to turn frowns upside down around here, because sometimes like the frown needs to stay where it is. We just need to look at it clearly and understand what to do with it. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person, somebody who is definitely in their feels, but somebody who is able to manage their emotions effectively and be emotionally intelligent so that like their cup is not too full and spilling on top of other people, and other people's cups are not pouring into there and causing her cup to overflow. She's got just enough emotional energy for herself and enough to share that other people feel sated. They might be thirsty when they come to her, but they feel sated when they leave her presence. All right? I hope I can do that for you and for everybody that needs that from me. In fact, that's all I can do. I really don't have a lot of other skills. I'm not really that employable, shocking if you can believe that, but thank you for supporting what I am good at, which is this. And so I every single time that you all show up in the comments, just leave a couple emojis. That is so helpful. And it lets me know, first of all, that you're that you're alive, that you're well, that you're doing okay. You know, it's kind of like a little check-in for me to make sure that you're like good. And it's also helpful for me and my work because it, I guess, encourages the YouTube magicians to, you know, open up these videos to people who might benefit from them. So thank you so much. Let's pray and play for our Quick Hits Tarot for today. Okay, near past, present tense, near future. This batch recording is honestly kind of fun. It reminds me of being like at a festival or something. I used to do a lot of in-person readings. I don't do a lot of those anymore. Why? Because when you are at an in-person event, you never know who's going to walk up to your table. And when I do readings like from here, from my YouTube page, I already have some indication that you have a familiarity with my work to begin with, and that we're already kind of vibing to begin with. Sometimes when I'm just out in public, out at the mercy of like whatever crosses my desk, it can be really fun, but it can also be very like you have to put up extra boundaries, extra shields. Usually you don't get paid what you're worth, right? Because you're working on somebody else's pricing structure, so on and so forth. I do these things because I love human beings and I'm trying to help, but this is where I shine. So thank you for being here where my star can shine. Holy moly. 2 major arcanas reversed. Those are things that we can work on. Let's start here with the 9 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Is everybody getting good sleep? Because 9 of Swords can mean worry, anxiety, insomnia, disruptive sleep patterns. Okay, 9 of Swords in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, which, by the way, this is Tarot de Maria Celia. I love this deck. This deck is based on the Marseille Tarot, except for it has 78 cards instead of 22. Marseille Tarot traditionally just works with the majors, which maybe someday we should just do that. Just like 1 week, maybe I'll just work with the majors. I mean, we are working here. 9 of Swords is going to give us that feeling that, you know, there's a lot coming at us informationally. Maybe there's a lot of stories going on in the news that might be hard for us to process. 9 of Swords is it's sort of a card of being touchy, feeling like every new thought that crosses your desk is just something to worry about. And 9 of Swords invites us to breathe. 9 of Swords invites us to take that air energy and bring it into our lungs instead of letting our minds be spun out about it. The World reversed. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, certain things out there in the world could be being flipped and turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the princess of a town called Bel Air. When my life got flipped, turned upside down. Just kidding. We fucking hate that guy. But with the World reversed, we're dealing with a situation where we thought that we might have leveled up or gotten to the next leg of the journey, but there's just still some details to handle. Maybe that's what we're stressed out about. Maybe those details are what we're trying to ruminate about. But with the World reversed, something has definitely changed in our environment. Something has changed on our planet. Things are moving along with a quickness. Maybe it's the fact that, like, with the Hermit reversed, you know, that we have to stop being so internalized, that we have to work on our ability to seek knowledge and seek wisdom to ourselves. Maybe with the Hermit reversed, this means that we need to partner up with, like, a shaman or a teacher or a spiritual partner to fine-tune our free will and intuition together and be able to separate the wheat from the chaff. You know, Virgo energy is represented by the Hermit. Venus is newly in Virgo, like reminding us of our service-oriented aspect of beauty. Like, how is the beauty that we bring to the world? How is the lamp? How is the star? How is the lantern that we bring to the world? How is that being expressed in ways of service? Just free-hearted service. Hermit reversed also kind of gives us an indication that a time of solitude, a time of hermiting, a time of being able to stay at home, and as the Leo King would say, have our tea and blanket and be comforted at home, and to research our own knowledge on our own time. That might be being turned on its head with the world turning and the hermit being reversed. Probably what that indicates is that we're going to need to team up, come out of a time of singlehood, and start making valuable partnerships. Please stay tuned for the astrology. We'll talk about it in just a minute. Love you. Okay, well, here we have Jupiter moving out of that square with Chiron and into a more direct trine with Neptune in Aries. Jupiter in Leo is also moving into a more tight opposition with Pluto, really amplifying the empowerment of the everyday person, is how I'm sort of seeing this. With Pluto retrograde in Aquarius, I think this is the individual who is someone who is considered to be quote unquote one of the masses, internalizing, and Pluto with the retrograde redirecting power towards, and having that tension between and that amplification of the power of the heart of the individual, of the sovereign being and their sovereign pride, being proud of your tribe, right? Because we also have Mercury retrograding through Cancer, moving back into a square with Saturn. So there could be firm boundaries being set right now. We could be going back to pick up something that we forgot. You know, what had happened was moments where you actually get to go back to the person and let them know what you really actually thought. Now, as Warlanda from Warlanda's Cup of Coffee with Scream said yesterday in the comments, she's always dropping gems of, all of you are always dropping gems of wisdom in the comments. And thank you so much for doing that. Something she said specifically yesterday, though, is so pertinent to this energy. And that was just about giving extra grace to others, leaning on our empathy. I still see this bell ringing here, this basket that people talk about. I think it's a cowbell. So Chiron is holding the bell to the cow's neck, and then it's dinging back and forth between Black Moon Lilith and the South Node and the Moon today, and direct trine with Black Moon Lilith and the vertex of this chart. Not a lot of aspects have changed. There's just like that, the outer planets in this symphony playing their music with one another, and they are in the zone right now. And God bless America, and God bless us, and God bless you and me, and God bless those of us who are in Canada and other places in the world. May the cowbell ring us into better states of being, and into an appreciation for what we can heal within ourselves here on earth, and that our power is rung back to where it belongs. Thank you. If you would like a personal session, you know what to do. Hit the links, esperanzabense.com. You can go to the contact page. It's so easy. I email you right back. You tell me when, and I click you a link that tells you where. So easy. I just ran like a super sale, $25 an hour, but like my time is worth $90 an hour, so that's what we're paying now. But there are readings as low as $33. Anybody can do that. So that'll give you a chance to just get a quick hits tarot for yourself, get it like kind of a feel for what the astrology could be doing for you personally from a whole sign house perspective. We don't even have to pull your chart. I can do it in my head. And yeah, those quick quick meetings, those 15-minute meetings are just like a nice break to the day that you just can sort of just give yourself a little fresher for your intuition to guide you throughout the rest of the day or week, whatever you're working with. I also have clients who are regulars, you know what I mean? There are people that book like monster sessions with me, like 4 or 5 hour sessions every month or so. And we look at, but those are usually like couples. But don't be shy to like bring your partner to a reading, because actually those readings work freaking awesome for me. I from my perspective, I just love seeing this all play out. I love seeing y'all's composite charts play out. It is just so obvious to me why you are the way you are when I get to see these things. So it's like, it's fun for me, it's fun for you, and it's also informative. So why not? Bring your girl, bring your guy, get a session with Esperanza Tarot. And if you are a regular, if you do come back month after month, like, my pricing structure is very fluid for loyal clients. You know what I mean? I try to stay reasonable, and I also try to honor myself and my time. And I'm very blessed to have clients that honor me and my time. So thanks so much, for being fit and being legit. All right, stay tuned. See you on the next one, God willing.